Hey guys, it's Erin. Welcome to Earth Healer Movement. I'm here doing some yoga, intuitive yoga, and we're healing our bodies from stress from the workplace, like sitting long hours and standing long hours, and even manual labor type of jobs where you're using your muscles. So we want to keep these core muscle groups fit, as well as these like small, very powerful, important ligaments and little things that hold everything together. So it's a full body workout, and it's very spiritual and healing for the body. And just helps us so we can perform at our best at our jobs and spiritually connect with the universe and get in touch with the nature here in this beautiful outdoor surroundings. You can hear the birds chirping and just the wind blowing and the natural essence of nature, which gets you centered and focused on what's really important, is love and harmony and unity of all. Really connect yourself with the earth and healing each other, healing the earth. It's very powerful. You think of a workout as just a personal growth type of development, but it's really empowering yourself with your mind is healing, your body is healing, your spirit is healing during these sessions. And you're also influencing others and being a role model to others to stay active and fit without even saying a word. You can, point them to this channel to watch these videos or other types of workouts, but it's a personal journey, a personal decision, and so let's get started. Okay, let's just reach up to the sky and stretch, elongate the body towards the sky, and you can put a little bit of arch in your back and look up towards your hands. So we're putting a little bit of arch instead of just straight forward. This is with our tailbone tucked in and our tailbone out. So you can, let's do some of those like arch, standing arches. It's like a cat-cow, but like standing. And let's go side to side. Look towards your elbow. Breathe in and out. Feel your rib cage elongating, so we're turning to the side, and we're doing it so it's comfortable, yet you're feeling it, so it's not, you're not in pain and agony. Let's just go back. Do like a slight back bend. You can put your arms at your lumbar area and look up. Maintaining your balance. slide those hands down the legs, touching the mat if you can, separating those feet out at hip distance, and drop down to forward fold. We're trying to get our hips in an alignment, like your hips can be off center. And I'll turn this direction. So my hips can probably look off center, like if one side is up higher than the other. Now let's try to separate our feet. And we can bend those knees like one at a time or both together. Putting those hands forward. You can reach up with one arm and look towards the hand. If these movements are hard for you to do, this is a progressive thing, which you'll get better and better over time. So you just do your best and just make sure you're not hurting your body, that it's comfortable feeling. So let's bend this knee and turn towards the knee. And we're going into a runner's lunge. Let's go forward, turning those feet back front and twisting our other leg forward into the other side runner's lunge. Let's put that knee down to the mat. And straighten out that front leg. Now we're going to sit down on that heel if you can. And you can reach towards that foot and drop your head down towards your knee. It's such a gorgeous day outside. We go back to runner's lunge. And I'm using my intuitive psychic downloads to get these movements for healing our bodies. Let's go to runner's lunge on this side. Straighten out that front leg. So we're in a very wide pyramid. Drop down to that knee and sit back on that heel. Stretch your arms towards the foot and head down towards the knee. Go to tabletop pose. Breathe in and out. We're going to push the buttocks up and the shoulders up and go arch our back for cow. And then we're going to go the opposite direction, arching our back upwards. Separate your legs a little bit, your knees, and arch. Bring your shoulders down, hunch your back, up. You can lean forward or back. See what feels good to you. And go back to cow. You can twist your hips side to side. You can put your foot out and look towards the foot. Other foot. Arch that back up for cat. And now let's go to downward dog. Just lift up on those toes and straighten your legs. Breathe in and out. You can walk the dog by bending those knees. Flattening that back, getting that head through those shoulders. Trying to put those heels towards the ground so you're on the pads of your feet. Right below your toes. Let's step up through the hands, back to forward fold. Touch those elbows on each side with your hands, and we're gonna ragdoll this pose. So we're just rocking back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the mat and let's do a camel pose here. So we're going to reach the right arm up to the sky and left arm back towards the heel. You can touch the top of the heel, looking up towards the palm. Or you can go clasping your heel and up towards the palm. I'm not feeling any of my lumbar pain anymore. So I took some time off because I was feeling a lot of nerve pain in my lower back, but it seems to be gone now. So I'm just gonna make sure I don't hyperextend. Let's do the other side. My problem is overdoing it, overdoing exercise, overdoing everything. So we have to know our personalities and try to temper that. Let's just twist side to side because it feels good. So we're getting a great relationship with ourselves and fitness and exercise by doing things that feel good to our body and not forcing and pushing things. So we're relaxing and going with the flow of life and our body and our healing journey. It does not need to feel hard and forced and negative. So we're reversing that and we're being positive and flowing and healing. So instead of saying, I'm in pain, you're gonna say, I'm healing. My body is healing. So we're speaking positive affirmations, basically, into our practice of healing every day. So what you don't want to say anything negative, you want to be positive. And if you have negative thoughts, release them. Get them out. If there's people that are being negative, if there's environments that are negative, try to do your best to speak it out loud and let it go to the person, or get out of that location. Try to free yourself and be free and flowing, and go with the natural flow of life. Okay, we're gonna do some leg stretches here. It's actually hips, but we're gonna put our leg out, just one leg, and bending this leg in. And first of all, we're just gonna have one hand out on our leg and try to bring your ear down towards your knee and your elbow. And I was just getting this download about doing this stretch this way. I have never done it this way, so this is how we're doing it. And you should be feeling it right here. So I'm feeling like this is like a beginner video because I'm going into depth about a lot of things. You can go check out my channel. I have lots of different videos. Some are talking, some have just ASMR, no talking. Some are beginners, some are more advanced. You can skip the advanced moves. You can just do what feels good for your body and just try to follow along as much as you can. So now I'm going to turn my torso towards my leg, and so both hands are at equal length, and drop down towards the knee. Reaching out towards the toes if you can. You can like stair step your hands. This is like a swimming type of pose right here. Okay, now we're gonna go back to that one arm, and we're gonna go over the head and not too far. Just make sure that you're not overextending or hyperextending, and release. Let's go to the other side. So we're gonna bend this right knee and extend the left leg. Lift up that torso to begin with, and then reach your arm out onto your leg, and your hip is gonna stretch out right here. You can look towards your foot. That's actually a different feeling, because I can feel it in my hip area, because it is tender when I start working out, doing these movements. So I can really feel where the what's happening in that area. So when you look this way, I feel it more over here, and when I look down, I feel it more over here. It's actually giving me a greater perspective on what's happening to the body in different movements. So right now, I'm just gonna grab the left hand and put it on that right knee and just twist. Just because that's feeling good right now. Now I'm going to turn my torso towards my leg and stretch out equally with those arms. and drop my head down. And really noticing like which side is like the differences between the two sides of the body, which one is in more pain or has soreness, not pain, hopefully not pain. So we're reaching over our head now. Put both legs out, and your legs can be like, you know, in way more than mine because I have pretty good flexibility. So I'm gonna drop down to my elbows. This is where you can practice side splits if you're very flexible. If you've done like gymnastics, dance, cheerleading, you might be more advanced, or just you have great flexibility from your just family genetics. So we can practice that. I'm starting to balance out my work schedule with fitness, and gonna be changing my diet and exercise routine. Just always trying to recalibrate and do better. But I'm really excited about that. So now let's drop down to the side and put this front knee up. So we're twisting our body. So this should feel like a massage. It shouldn't feel like a workout. So let's grab our back leg, back foot, the top of the foot, and you can put your knees parallel and then bring that knee back. Away from the leg, the other leg. And then let's put the knee forward, parallel to the body, and then bring that leg up with the foot. And this helps with sciatica, which a lot of people have that sciatica nerve pain. I first got it with my first child when I was pregnant, and I wasn't able to walk because it was so bad. So the nerve was being pinched. So that's probably why I am prone to getting that if I sit too long or don't exercise. So that keeps me wanting to exercise so I don't get pain like that. So let's grab our foot and lift our leg up. You can use a strap around your leg and just hold on to the strap, or you can hold on to your thigh or your calf, or you can hold on to your foot. And it's very like fulfilling when you notice your progress and your stretching and your flexibility. And so instead of looking at a scale to seeing your progress, you're actually seeing your progress in the movements that you're doing for yoga, which is really exciting and motivating. Because there's water weight, there's muscle weight, there's fat weight, they're all differently distributed in our body. So it's more of a reflection of your progress in your movements. So let's do some leg lifts here. That's 10 and I want to do 15. Okay, that's 15 and I want to just like stretch that leg again. And it really helps with like cramping of your hips to do this first, because that's happened to me before. And this really helps, and then that won't cramp, your leg won't cramp up when you do the leg lifts, hopefully. And you won't have that sciatica pain like right in this buttocks area. Okay, so let's go flip over to the other side. And this feels really good to just like lay down when you're exercising. It's like you're taking a break, but you're really not. You're just working a different way. So you can grab your foot or with your strap around your leg. Let's take that leg back. You can have your knee up or down, whatever feels good to you. And then forward, we're gonna lift up that leg. And it doesn't really feel like anything. To me, it doesn't really feel like anything. But I know it's working like small ligaments, joints, and it's giving them more strength, so we can so there's not pressure on those points, so that they can get stronger and help us lift up our main muscles. And really put those hips back, like tilt the hips, so it's almost like you're doing you're like lifting, you're like arching the back and putting your pelvis forward, which I'm gonna give you a little tip. That's what I do, because I do a lot of driving, and what I'll do is I'll put when I take like a little break, I put my seat way back and I take my shoes off. I have slip-on shoes. Sometimes I don't, but I'll take my shoes off and I will sit with my legs crossed and I will lift up and stretch that as much as I can, and just try to like lift up. And that, like, usually it might pop, or it just feels good to like stretch. So it's almost like a counter stretch. So if we're always like this and then we lift up, that feels really good, because we're doing the opposite. So let's do that right now, and we can like lift up our head. And you can do this with your feet out, your legs out, and you can like lift up. Towards those toes. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the video, because I just got a call, but I guess it did. Okay, so you can reach towards those toes, keeping that back flat. Or you could just have your hands on your legs like this. You can start bringing that head down. You don't want to hyperextend by like pulling the toes backwards and really arching your back down. Just do it very easily like this. You don't need to hyperextend, because that's going to hurt your nerves. There's a nerve, a panel of nerves is what I heard, going all the way up to your spinal cord and attaching to the crown of your head. And you don't want to extend those nerves and stretch them out. Think of it as like strings of a guitar. So those are the downloads that I was just getting. Okay, so bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. And we're going to drop our head towards our toes and extend down our forearms down to the ground. You can put your hands on your knees. And I'll just turn at a different angle to show you guys this view. I used to do 2 camera angles, and I was just thinking about that. I could start doing that again. So one leg might be up higher than the other, so just kind of like take a note to yourself, like, okay, this leg seems to be more sore on this side, and I'm gonna just like focus on this side. And maybe I'm gonna hold it longer. And to me, like, this side doesn't feel like anything. So I feel like this side needs to be stretched a little bit like this. That feels good on this side. Okay. It's getting really hot. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today, which it's been really cold. Like, it dropped down to the 30s, but that was like a little while ago. So it's been like in the upper 40s, like in the morning, or even at noon. So you can balance on your sits, it's called sits bones. You can balance like this. put your tops of your feet, or the bottoms of your feet together, and hold the tops of your feet. And butterfly. And then see this arch in my back? Just try to straighten out your torso. And you can even like look up. So we're doing like balancing and stretching. It's like a compound movement, combining different movements. So you're putting your shoulders back, chest up, straightening that back. You can even grab your toes and lift up. You can lift them out. You can roll. You can play around with what feels good to you, what you're able to do. Come back and re-watch the video and get better and better. And all of these videos are timeless, of course, like you can do exercise at any time. So I have a bunch of yoga videos on a playlist on my channel, the Earth Healer Movement. So if you click on the logo, the icon for the channel, you can see the playlist. And there's a yoga playlist. So those are all the workouts. So let's stretch, let's put our knees up, arms out, and then turn your hips and your knees out to the side. And turn and look towards the opposite arm on the ground. I also have like channeled messages and spiritual messages about healing the earth and my path and journey to world peace and all of that. So if you want to learn about spirituality and an earth angel, you can go ahead and watch my other videos on the channel, and there's different playlists for that as well. Every video that I do is on a playlist. So let's go to Happy Baby here. So we can bend our knees and rock back and forth. And you're getting like a nice massage on your back, as well as opening the hips and a lot of wonderful things are happening in your body that you don't even understand. As with a lot of the yoga poses, I'm hearing like you're healing your sacral chakra and your roots chakra. So you have 7 major chakras in your body, and so we're helping open up the chakras. So yoga is like a meditation because we're calming our mind and we're focusing on the here and the now. So these are the messages that I'm getting and receiving right now as I'm doing this. So we can lift those legs over the very careful to not move your neck around. You can bend those knees. You can put your legs up in the air, holding your back for a shoulder stand. You can bend those knees. Make sure that you're being careful and not hurting yourself. That was just really an impulsive move that I just did, so just be careful with what you're doing. Which brings me to, let's just roll up and back. Okay. So I was getting an intuitive download about a crow pose. So pretend like you're gonna stand up and you're putting your toes on the mat and you're gonna lift up, but instead of lifting up, you're putting your knees on your forearms, lifting up on your toes, and then you can try to balance on your hands. Like that. So that's a crow pose. There's also, you can do it with your head on the mat. So, and you can balance longer. That's on the crown of your head, so I'm getting that heals your crown chakra. There's your crown chakra, there's your third eye, there's your throat chakra, your heart chakra. I'm getting solar plexus. There's your root chakra. There's your sacral chakra, and then there's your roots chakra, which is like the lowest of the chakras. So let's just sit here for a moment and just breathe. And put your fingers together. I want you to feel the energy running through your body and how your blood is flowing. You feel more energy in your body because it's being active. So that is life force energy. when you have emotions, deep emotions, it's life force energy. I'm channeling this right now. I'm getting these kind of like visuals of, just imagine the times when you're full of energy, and what creates that energy. That's life force energy. And that is what we're cultivating in this yoga practice. And when you exercise, you're creating life force energy, which heals the body. There's all kinds of things going on in the body that doctors don't even understand. And so when we're connected to God and the universe, we can heal our body through exercise and movement. And the yoga practice really works on various parts of the body in a slow, easy motion that's more in flow with nature, the natural progression of things. And it feels good to our heart and our soul. And I just got a visual of sitting like this. I'm getting ancient, like Asian, Chinese practice, like Buddhism. So it is a mixture of different types of sacred practices from ancient times. Okay, let's bring our arms up over our head and go to one side and then the other. Okay, let's bring our foot up through our hands, back leg up on our toes. Straighten that front leg. Lift that back leg up a little bit. And this is pyramid pose. Put that back leg back and reach up with the right arm. Put your arm back. Let's do the same thing on the other side. First, we're going to go into a pyramid. I can really feel this on this side, so I'm holding it a little bit longer. Okay, you can put your leg back and reach up with the arm. Turn the back leg, foot facing front, and we're gonna lift up, bending that front knee. We're gonna go into warrior two. You can look over those fingertips, arms straight out. Back arm up. Now we're going to twist the torso front and look up towards those hands if you can. So you're balancing working muscles. So you're getting those arms through the head. Your head is through the arms. And you can look up or through. Let's go back to Warrior 2. And let's go to Warrior 3, where we're putting our back hand on our leg, reaching up and going over our head with our hand. Keeping that front knee bent. Now we're going to go to a side. We're going to put our arm over our head for a side ankle stretch. So there should be like a diagonal line between your foot and your hand. And let's go back to Warrior 3. Back to Warrior 2. Cartwheel those hands down to the mat. Put your leg back and go to downward dog. You can walk the dog by bending your knees here. Lift up the front leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend that knee for scorpion. Back to three-legged dog. And back down to downward dog. Walk the dog. Other leg up for three-legged dog. Bend that knee for scorpion. Flex that foot. Heel towards the buttocks. You can lift that knee up towards the sky. Leg up for three-legged dog. And down to down dog. Okay, we're gonna go to plank pose. Touch those knees down for a 10 count. Put those knees down and sit back to child's pose. Put those hips forward for cobra or upward dog. Sit back, child's pose. Scoot those knees back and we're gonna do puppy pose. Do a flow here of cobra and puppy. down those heels and just put your shoulders back, breathe. Now this time we're going to touch our thumbs to our middle fingers, place them on our thighs. Feel the energy on your fingertips. I'm seeing orange from the sun. Beautiful yellow orange. Let's stretch out our arms. So let's just put one arm across our body so our shoulders getting stretched as well. Other side. These are my softball stretches when I played softball. Okay, let's put our arm up, bend that elbow, grab the other elbow, and place your hand towards the small of your back. Reach the other arm around and try to clasp those fingers together. Other side. So I'm just pushing my feet back, leaning over those legs. And releasing into the pose, melting into the pose. Let's take this left arm across the knee and twist. Now we're gonna do a slightly lift up on our feet, and then we're gonna twist and rotate around this direction. So I'm gonna show you that. Have the other knee on top. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Fold over the knee. Melt into the pose. The right arm across the knee and twist. And then coming forward. Okay. Let's crisscross those legs. Indian style. Rotate your torso back Put your ear towards your shoulder, to the right, and to the left. You can put your hand on your ear and gently have pressure. Other side. You can rotate your head down and up. Other side. Rotate your head down and up and down. Look up. Okay, rotate that torso around. Okay, go the opposite direction. Your body should be feeling a lot more relaxed, at ease, and stretched out. Spiritual confirmation with my nose itching. So, this was a very relaxing, balanced workout, short and sweet. So I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and light. Don't mind me. It's probably not the safest thing to do if my mat went rolling. But I had a lot of pressure on it, just fooling around. Always stay childlike. That's a part of your spiritual healing, is to laugh and have fun. So enjoy your day, people.